Hey everyone, you're watching Charlene's Academy, and we are here together to discuss on the topic named as an interesting experiment with water. Today we are going to learn more about the properties of water, and it's going to be amazing because you're going to learn more about amazing things about water, and we'll also learn about the more information about the Dead Sea. Yes, you heard it right, Dead Sea. And before going to start this educational video, I must say something. Guys, come on, if you are new on my channel, just hit the subscribe button. Don't be a guest on my channel, be the member of Charlene's Academy. Alright? And if you really like this video, then promise me you will hit the like button. Okay? By this, I am able to understand that you are really liking Charlene's Academy. So, let's get started. What floats and what sink? Aisha was waiting for the dinner, and today Ami was making her favorite food, puri and spicy potatoes. Wow! Aisha watched as her mother rolled out the puri and put it in the hot oil. So she was trying to make puri, and she was seeing her mother how she is making the puri. She saw that at the first the puri sank to the bottom of the pan, and as it puffed up, the puri came up too and started floating on the oil. One puri did not puff up and did not float like others. Do you know why? On seeing this, Aisha took some dough and rolled into the balls, and she flattened it and put in the bowl of water. Alas, it sank to the bottom and stayed there. Then Aisha in the evening went for a bath. She had just come out when her mother called. Aisha, you have dropped the soap in the water again. Take it out and put it in the soap case. Aisha was in the hurry and soap case fell out in water, and still it was floating on the water, but soap was sinking in the water. You have seen something floating on the water, something sinking in the inside the water. Do you know how this happened? Let's read the one poem. A wooden boat in water will float, but a needle will sink. Why does this happen? Let me think. The iron ship will also float, though it's much heavier than my boat. But a needle like light as leaf, thin as spin, will sink right in. Why does this happen? Let me think. Is it magic? When Aisha woke up in the morning, Ammi had a fever. Abbu made some tea and went to give medicine to Ammi. He told Aisha, you boil eggs and also put some salt inside the water. And Aisha took water in a pot, but by mistake she put too much salt inside the water. And she saw the eggs at the bottom of the pot come up little and started to float in the water. Now let's talk about the Dead Sea. Yes, all the oceans and the sea have salty water. The saltest of all is the Dead Sea. How salty? Imagine 300 grams of salt in the liter of the water. Would you be able to drink a little bit? I don't think so. It will be very bitter. Interestingly, even if a person does not know how to swim, she or he would not drown in this sea. She will float in the water as if he is lying down on it. Do you know the location of Dead Sea? It is between the Egypt and Saudi Arabia. You can see in the map. While doing the experiment, Aisha and Hamid had an argument. Aisha felt that after stirring it, the oil dissolved in the water, but Hamid was not agreeing with it. He said, look, the tiny yellow balls or drops still in there in the water. Aisha said, let's wait for some time, it will dissolve. Do you think it will dissolve? Just write me in the comment section. Then they have a racing drops. Aisha put 2 drops of oil on the lid of her tiffin box. Next to it, she put 2 drops of water and 2 drops of sugar solution. She tilted the lid and she saw some drops sliding down quickly, while some were left behind. Just tell me in the comment section which line will go in the first. One day, Aisha's mother put some water to the boil to stove for making tea. She got up very busy with something and forgot it. When she remembered and came to check, she found very little water left in the pan. Where is the leftover water goes? It get evaporated because of the heat. Now the time has come that my students are going to explain Dandi March in their own words. I hope you like it. If you like it, just hit the like button.
My name is Manya. Today I am speaking about Dandi March. This incident took place in 1930 before India became independent. Long ago, British make a law that people did not make salt themselves and also take too much tax on salt. By this law, people did not make salt even at use at home. And how can anybody live without salt? Gandhiji say, how can a law not allow us to use freely which nature give us? So Gandhiji decided Dandi Yatra. In 11 March 1930, they set a meeting. In the meeting of 1,000 people, the message of Satyagraha was sent on 12 March 1930 under the leadership of Gandhiji. The Yatra was started from Ahmedabad Harijan Ashram, which known now as Gandhi Ashram, at Sabarmati. On 29 March 1930, Gandhiji spoke at Bath. I shall die the death of dog and crow, but I will not return the ashram without attaining Purna Swaraj. Finally, after the journey of 24 days and 370 kilometers, Gandhiji reached at Dandi, and the help of their colleagues and supporters, Gandhiji easily broke the law. At April and at 6 o'clock 30 a.m. the law was broke and people gathered there and it became a nice history. And Dandi was too much famous to solve the problem of salt. Thank you.
Hi friends, my subject is Dandi March. Dandi March on 12 March 1930. Gandhi started the Dandi March from Sabarmati Ashram towards the small coastal village of Dandi. Second paragraph. He marched against the state monopoly in manufacturing and selling of salt. Gandhi chose salt because it was used in every India household, yet people were not allowed to make salt even for domestic use. Third paragraph. Gandhi, after reaching Dandi, broke the salt laws by manufacturing salt. It led to the beginning of the civil disobedience movement.